And to learn more about the crisis and what should be done to aid the tens of thousands of refugees seeking to enter Europe, we're now joined by Kathleen Newland. She's the director of the Migrants, Migration and Development Program at the Migration Policy Institute. Kathleen, welcome to the broadcast.
Nice to be here.
As you know, they're putting these temporary controls right now, the German's vice chancellor, on this area. Is this political in part to put pressure on other EU countries to do more?
I'm sure that is part of the calculation, although I think we also can't underestimate the real strains that Germany has come under in the last days and weeks, with enormous numbers of people arriving. And the reception conditions in Germany, although the German people have been very welcoming, along with most of the politicians, the facilities to process people and house them and figure out what happens next is really very limited.
So we have this important EU meeting coming up tomorrow. I imagine they'll be deciding about asylum. A lot of these people are avoiding registering in Hungary because they want to actually register in Germany. How will they deal with this process and also spread the number of refugees equally?
Well, that's the agreement that they're looking for tomorrow from the interior ministers. But what we've seen in the last several months is that European leaders have been very divided on this issue, and I suspect they will continue to be. The countries of Eastern Europe in particular have been reluctant to take on refugees. They don't have much experience of doing so, and yet they have benefited enormously from EU solidarity in the past on financial matters, on political matters. So Western Europe is really now looking east for some cooperation that will benefit them.
What about the Schengen zone? We know that there are some restrictions on this that would allow them to forego this.
Well, emergency measures can be taken even within the Schengen zone that normally allows free movement all over Western Europe. But Schengen is really sort of the central part of the European Union now. That free movement is something that states and people value very highly. So I think they will go to great measures to try to preserve Schengen.
Can you tell me about the Western and the European divide on this crisis?
Well, the Western Europeans, of course, are much more prosperous. They have a tradition of receiving refugees and even resettling refugees, and that's an experience that the Eastern European countries are not really so familiar with so far, and are very nervous about their identity, about preserving social peace, and also I think they have real economic concerns about how they can integrate refugees into their labor markets, which are still pretty weak.
These pictures are just overwhelming that we're looking about. Let's talk about this. How are they going to integrate these people into society? Where are they going to get the money? What kind of health concerns are going to start setting in? How will they educate them?
Well, those are huge challenges, even Western European countries have not done a great job with integration in the last 10 or 20 years. But I think they realize now that there is an opportunity as well as a challenge here. Germany in particular is an aging society. Their labor force is going to start shrinking very soon. They actually need highly motivated and talented and energetic young people to join their labor force. So if they can get this right, this can really be a win-win for Germany, both showing their moral leadership in the world as well as giving them an economic boost. And I think that's the outcome that they're devoutly hoping for, but they are going to need help from other European countries to get there.
What do you see as an immediate fix to this situation? What needs to happen within the next 10 days or so?
What needs to happen is an agreement among European leaders that they will distribute these refugees who are pouring in to Greece and Italy in particular, and now making their way through to Hungary, Austria, and Germany, that they need to be distributed throughout Western Europe in proportion to the capabilities of the other European countries. They also need to get a better grip on sorting out who is a refugee and who is not a refugee, and working out ways to send the people who don't need refugee protection back where they came from. Currently, only about 40% of the non-refugees who apply for asylum in Europe, people who are judged not to be refugees after a fair procedure, only about 40% of them get sent home. So the Europeans need to get a better grip on that, especially in relation to people coming from the Western Balkan countries who are trying to apply for EU membership. If they're still producing refugees, that's a pretty bad sign for EU membership. So I think those countries will be willing to take back their nationals if they don't demonstrate a need for asylum.
Well, Kathleen Newland, we surely appreciate your time and your insight. Thank you for that.
Thank you.